Okay, it's Thursday, the last workout day for the week for me, lifting day. And I was just thinking about something. Basically, you can't have everything. And maybe a better way to say it is you can't have everything at the same time. Um, I was watching a clip from the movie White Man Can't Jump. And I remember saw that when I was growing up. I think I was in either ninth grade or no, I probably was in. I could have been in like fourth or fifth grade actually. I really don't know what grade I was in. I think I was probably fifth grade. I'm not sure, but the movie is was one of my favorite basketball movies as far as the storyline and the acting with Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson. But first off, it's got a lot of explicit sexual scenes in it. For some of you people that watch pornography all the time, or sometimes, or you see nudity in movies, you might think, oh, it wasn't that bad. But in reality, any nudity is bad. And the movie has sex in it, basically. And obviously, watching that on the screen arouses sexual passions, lustful passions. And as a believer, it's not honoring to God. He doesn't want us looking at it um, or being aroused by that kind of thing. It's just the fact of the matter. Some people might be, well, how can you say that? Well, the Bible says it. It's true. And you may not believe it. You may not agree with what the Bible says, but the Bible says it's shameful even to mention what the disobedient do in secret. And it talks about those who carouse in broad daylight and fornication and all of those things, which people in the movies are actually, at least sparking those passions. But anyway, I watched this clip on YouTube of White Man Can't Jump, and it was the scene where they're on the beach. They're shooting for um, it's when Woody Harrelson is hustling Wesley Snipes. He challenges him to a shooting contest, or vice versa, and Woody Harrelson ends up getting the best of Wesley Snipes. And but anyway, it's just a good scene. But I thought to myself, man, this movie's so good, but as a married Christian man, I can't watch it. Uh, I can have a whole lot of things in life: good food, I can play ball, work out, have money, but I can't have White Man Can't Jump with that. If I wanted to watch White Man Can't Jump, then I wouldn't be a happily married believer. And so you can't have everything at the same time. Something has to give. You gotta sacrifice something. Even with food, you can be super thin, or you can be a bigger guy. You can be a bodybuilder, but if you're gonna be thin, you can't eat the same things that people would eat if they were big, unless you are doing something else with it, as far as exercising, or um, you can have a keto diet, or you can have a paleo diet. You can have a raw food diet, but you can't do all three at the same time. You can d- uh, dibble and dab in different types, but you can't do all things at the same time. So, um, at least not well. I think about Michael Johnson winning the 200 and 400 meters in '96, and I think there's a lot more possible for people than they think. You can do a lot more than maybe you think, but you're not going to be able to do everything at the same time. So sometimes you got to choose. So that's one thing I was thinking about. Um, one other thing, but let me do the set first. I guess I could watch White Man Can't Jump if they had the TV version, sort of. Anyway, it's right here where the pain is. The bottom portion is the easiest portion, but this top portion, that's why I like going slow to kind of work through the pain in that motion. 115 on the bar. I was just remembering how there was some comedian, and many years ago, and he was talking about the title to that movie, White Man Can't Jump. And I guess he was saying how it was racist. This white dude. And he was saying, what if they came out with a movie, Black Men Can't Climb the Corporate Ladder? Anyway, the other thing I was going to say is slow and steady. The saying is slow and steady wins the race. But I think if we would do a lot of things with the long-term picture or the long-term goal in mind, and we were willing to sacrifice speed for, I'm not going to say certainty, because there is no certainty except for Christ returning and death if he doesn't. But if you sacrifice the speed to just getting there in one piece, then I think everybody would do, you probably reach your goals maybe even sooner, because sometimes when you are seeking after speed, you end up derailing. So just get there, even if you got to go slow. Get there. Because if you think about, imagine if you would have started whatever goal you're doing now. Imagine if you would have started it years ago. Imagine if you would have started it 8 years ago. You'd be there already with a couple years to spare. So, and that 8 years is going to pass. If Christ don't return, or the world don't end, or however you want to put it, or however it happens, if we're still here and still able to have freedoms to do things, the time is going to pass. So you might as well start now, go slow. And you'll get to where you're trying to get to, most likely, if you are consistent and you got a good plan. That's a lot of ifs. The big ifs. It's possible, is the point. Probable if you have those things. Ain't so too bad. A 135 on here. I just got to reading a really good book. I forgot the name of it, but it was a biography of a former Major League Baseball player. I believe his name is pronounced Chris Coste, but he was like 33 years old when he made it. He had been in the minor leagues for like 11 years, then he finally made it pro. He just kept on going, never gave up. And it was very inspiring. It moved me to tears several times, which is not unusual for me. But it was an excellent book. Chris Coste. Coste is spelled Coste. Sounded like I had a list for a second. All right, 135. That felt nice. £155. Man, I love this. Thank you, God. Whew. I remember years ago when I was gonna start squatting, I was afraid that the bar would be too uncomfortable on my back. So I requested for my birthday one of those, or Christmas, one of the two, one of those pads for squatting. It's funny, man. It's like 11 years later, and I've only been squatting on and off, as you can tell by how much I'm squatting. But I've gotten used to the bar on my back. Kind of was a goal because I saw everybody else was doing it like that. So anyway. Oh, I thought I paused. All right, 170. Should that be it? One more. I was just adding it all up. And if I count warm-up sets, and I count my isometrics that I don't show on camera, I'm doing about 34 sets a week of quads. Maybe more if I do leg extensions. 35, 36, 37, something like that. Sets a week. All right, I'm at 135. And then my body weight. All right. 135. weight after this, after I recover. All right, body weight. Left knee crack. Forgot I was making a video for a second. Alright. Good set. Last workout of the week. Monday I plan on, if it all goes well, testing how high I can jump. If it don't go well and I have some pain or I don't get warmed up enough, then just do a little workout and plan on posting again on Tuesday. I do plan on losing this weight. Some of you may be like, what weight? And some people might be like, yeah, you know, ain't no way in the world you're going to dunk if you're that heavy. Problem was I did the bench press and stuff. I know I was just doing the bar, but I had been doing it a few other times, and my body starts getting bent out of shape when I do that. Like I start getting big, barrel chested and stiff. I think it makes my back very tight and my neck. I feel like I start getting dizzy sometimes. I just, when I don't do it, I feel taller. I just feel like I want to do some tricep or pushing work. Shoulder press doesn't do that to me. And I just do that. And then focus on upper body on the pulling exercises. All right, that's it. 19 minutes and some change. That's stupid. All right.